Hello, my little nerds and nerdettes. Please join us for another episode of Dungeon Crawlers, where your awesome DM tries to murder his party every single time, but
Fails
just doesn't
every
work.
time.
Well, it'll stick one of these times.
No.
But
You've been
welcome
rolling a
back.
nat 1 every time you've been trying to actually kill us off. It's gonna
I
continue.
actually, in theory, or not in theory, but I have the couple of times that I've legitimately come after you guys, I've rolled like absolute donkey. Yeah. And then the one time that I didn't want to kill you guys, I almost killed you guys off and was rolling just really well. And it scared me because I was like, I'm going to TBK my party for the very first time, and I don't want this. Yep.
Yeah, so you're either gonna roll a nat 1 or you're gonna feel guilty and not kill us. So
You're not wrong.
talk your big game.
I mean, you do realize the next time I start rolling big like that, it's just going to go downhill. Like, I'm just going to let it happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyways, the party has made their way through the southern part of the Delarian Wastelands. I cannot speak today. I do not know why. Having some difficulties and some troubles in the Sleeping Oasis. You guys found yourself really running into some snags. Whether that be between failed survival checks and wandering off deeper into the kind of like fungal grove type area, or just not being able to hold it together as you guys were breathing in those spores, and they kind of created almost like this psychedelic slash euphoric feeling that a lot of you fell asleep to. Some of you still suffering from. As the party was eventually dragged out by Axel, set aside, and as time kind of went on, party members slowly woke up. You guys found yourself kind of making your way across the vast desert wastelands, and one of the nights while you guys were sleeping, you guys had a little bit of an interaction with an individual that knew Axel late in the night. The rest of you not being really made aware, other than obviously Evelyn, who was up at the time. Um, but you know, kind of gave Axel a warning, basically telling him he was not welcome and he needed to leave, and leave now. As you guys were hurriedly trying to make your way out of the wastelands, keeping in mind that you guys had a small meeting with Ufrin, and she had basically told you to come back to collect your reward and pick up your next job, as you did not fulfill this job to her satisfaction. Um, you found yourself kind of walking out in the middle of just nothing, and all of a sudden, almost like like a thunder, the next thing you knew, you were being attacked. And Sophia was the first to feel that sting as she took a shot to the shoulder, and that's where we're gonna leave off. So, if you guys would please roll initiative for me. Give me some deserty battle music, like maybe like Zelda. Oh god, what was that? Zelda, when you're riding the horse through the desert. Do 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 do. No.
Gerudo Valley?
Ooh, baby. But yeah, put some music on for
That's
us.
not battle music.
That's battle music. It's
Yeah, I was gonna say.
it's just too good. It's
Gerudo
just too
Valley,
good.
bro.
It's
I mean,
just
it's
too good.
good, but it's not battle music.
Doesn't matter. It's battle music. Suck it
No,
up.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
I'll
it's
live and die
not.
on the hill. It's just good.
No, it's
It's
not.
it's not battle music, and it is battle music, all in the same
Just
flow.
put on some Desperado shit.
Desperado. Like Rihanna?
Are you fucking
Well, I was
dumb?
gonna say, what are we talking about here?
Do you not know what that? Oh my
Let's
god.
find some Rihanna. That's some good
This
desert.
I was
motherfucker.
gonna say, I don't want to listen to Rihanna. Anyways,
Why is that your first thought when you hear the word Desperado?
I don't know of anything else
Are
like
you-
song-wise Desperado.
It's like outlaw music, you know,
Yeah.
fucking
Well,
like
okay,
Wild
so you're
West
like
fucking
just
shit.
like a genre. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking like a specific song. I was like,
No.
I'm not gonna roll initiative because I'm sleeping.
yes, correct.
Mm.
So it's the rest of you.
Despacito.
Despacito.
I didn't want to roll that to everybody, but sounds good.
You didn't
Sophia
want
would kind
it
of
to-
buckle over as she gets shot and kind of scream out into the air.
Yeah.
Blood spray across the sand.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's
I
my?
thought he was
have
far
280.
away, like super far away.
He's pretty decently far away.
Motherfucker out in the boonies.
He's scoping. He's a sniper. He's a bushwookie
imagine-
camping in the bayou.
Imagine
With a
fucking
with
hard
a
scoping,
Mosin
bro.
sniper with Spitzer ammo.
This
shithead.
motherfucker got the Spitzer. What a shitter.
Right?
He's just gonna get like a team wipe and then extract to save his KD. What a bitch.
Yeah, I know. What a bitch, right?
It'll take us like 50 rounds. To
Whoops.
Actually,
What's going on here?
I think in our situation, hopefully he has a spark sniper, so he
Fucking
has to like
campers.
reload before he
Yeah.
escapes in again.
He only has one shot. He's got the Springfield marksman,
Right.
but he
I
could
don't
have
think
dum-dum
Sophia
ammo
thinks it's
to-
a. I was gonna say I don't think Sophia thinks it's a Springfield. It hurt
Hey,
probably.
Springfield
like,
marksman be slapping, especially with dum-dum ammo, bro.
Yeah, but it doesn't do as much damage.
Yeah, but
Sophia
the
would tell you
dum-dum
that.
It's
going
worse than
down.
just being slapped.
Didn't he do like a shit ton of damage to you?
I'm almost dead, yeah.
Alright,
Hey,
so.
That's a 10 for me.
Whoops. Crap.
Oh, I didn't even roll it.
I rolled my physical dice. I don't trust these. Oof. Oh. Is he- Is there a fucking earth elemental on this map? Oh.
She's right here.
Yeah. Not you. Pan up a bit. You see what I'm talking about?
Alright. Give me your initiatives.
Another 10 from me.
22.
Damn. Do I have?
Uh, 12 for me.
12. Sure, good. And last but not least, Nova.
I am asleep.
Hmm?
I am asleep.
I can't hear you.
She's asleep.
I'm asleep. You can't hear
Oh.
me. Can everybody
hear
not
you
hear
now.
me?
I can hear you
Oh,
now.
okay. I am sleeping. No roll initiative. I'm unconscious.
Yes. All right.
Bruh.
So, as you guys hear the shot and almost the like loud thunderous boom that echoes across the empty desert, what is going on? Okay, hold on. Okay, that was weird. You hear the loud, like thunderous, like shockwave, like the. And for those of you on the carpet, Patience, Evelyn, KB, and Axel, even you would notice it as well. You watch as all of a sudden Sophia's like right shoulder just whips back, and a large spray of blood hits the stands and spreads out in all direction. And you watch as like Sophia kind of gets like she gets hit, the shoulder whips back, and she kind of like falls off of the carpet as she goes to catch herself.
Sophia takes a face full of sand.
Yeah. KB, what are you doing?
Okay. I can see the direction this came from.
Yep.
But do I see?
Well, did you see the glint? I think Axel was the only one that saw the glint.
I don't know.
That's correct.
Yeah.
But,
So you hear the shot. You don't
And
know
she-
what it is.
Can he examine the blood splatter?
But
Like
I was gonna say,
determine
if Sophia was moved backwards, I would know it at least came from a cardinal direction, right?
Well,
Yeah,
you also
I mean
hear
you
maybe
can
the
guess
gun-
it came. Yeah.
gunshot echoing off in the distance, but it might be hard to like pinpoint maybe, but you'd at least maybe
Yeah,
have an
yeah.
idea of a general direction, maybe?
But you also got to remember this too. Guns are new, so it's just a noise at this port to some of you. So that'll be something that you kind of need to think about with your characters if your characters have ever heard a gunshot before.
But I'm assuming it works just like a crossbow, right? So I think a projectile knocks Sophia south. I look
Yep.
north to see, where it came from. I guess I don't immediately see who
It's a lot of
fired.
blood.
So I think what I would like to do is cast Faithful Archer with my bonus action,
Okay.
and then use an action to, I guess, perception or investigation to see if I can just see. I just want to use my action to look out and see if I can see the person or thing.
Okay. Roll a perception check. Ouch. Pink Pony Club.
And 7.
A 7. You know the shot came from a general section to the front of you / around, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have a general idea where it's coming from, but you don't see anything.
Okay. Then I will. There's no rocks or anything that I can take cover behind, right?
Not immediately close to you, you do notice kind of like the small oasis ahead of you.
And does that seem to be the direction that the shot came from?
The shot kind of came like northwest-ish.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I will. Shit, man. I guess I will move a little bit north is that oasis pretty far? And I guess my kind of point of parliamentary procedure here is this. Is this to scale? Can we measure this,
Yes.
as normal? Okay.
Yep.
Then I guess I will just use my movement to go north up to these rocks, and I'll try to I'll try to see if I can find somewhere to take cover when I get there next turn.
Okay.
Where's the goddamn ruler? So I'll end my turn there. When I find the ruler, I'll move myself. Where the hell is it?
On the far right-hand side.
Is it in the character studio? Your whole thing.
Like you're looking for the ruler?
Oh yeah, I didn't have the toolbar yet. There we go. Okay. Yes. Okay, let me just go 30 feet due north. That'll be it for me.
Okay. All right, she. Not knowing what's going on, is going to cast Healing Word. And she's going to immediately try and heal you. 1d4. Ouch. 3. I think it's just 1d4, right? Yeah. So you take 3 points of healing, Sophia, as Evelyn kind of jumps down off of the side of the carpet, immediately grabs your shoulder, and you feel like this warm and sticky sensation as she begins to kind of rub the spot, almost like icy hot, with maple syrup, and you kind of watch as her fingers kind of start to glow a little bit as she heals you for 4 healing.
Healing Word is D4 plus spellcasting mod, which is wisdom for a druid.
There you go.
I don't know what her wisdom is.
It is +3. So 6. And then
I imagine the stickiness cauterizes the wound.
something like that. Kind of sews it together a little bit.
Ouch.
What is her movement speed? Can't be that much, but there he is, 35. So she is going to can I move you? Okay, I guess I'm just gonna move you because you're not letting me. Boop. So she's gonna jump off. You watch as she kind of gets close to to Sophia. Oh, that's not good. And she kind of rubs the spot. Okay, we're gonna get some cover. And she takes off at a dead sprint and easily overtakes KB in 2 or 3 strides. And that is going to in turn, Axel.
Yeah. Which direction did I notice the glint coming from?
North, northwesternish. 1 second, sorry.
His name just reminds me of Bobby Kardik. Bobby. Bobby Kardik.
Right. So, about a northwestern-ish direction, you saw that glint.
Okay. I'm going to use my action to spread out the portable hole. I'll use my free item interaction to place Nova inside, and then I have to action surge and use my next action to close it back up again. So I'll do that. And then once I have it back closed, I'm going to start making my way to the northeast.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Sounds good. Is your character in? Are you still
No.
like spinning trying to get in?
I'm still spinning.
Yeah. What's your movement speed?
Right now, 15.
15. Okay. And you want to go like northeasternish?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. 15. Keeping over with you. Right. Sophia, as you kind of come to sitting on your butt watching everybody jump off the carpet and like dead sprint towards the rocks, what are you doing?
Can I tell that something hit me, or did it just? I mean, I would imagine this would honestly to Sophia just feel like an immense pain immediately in the shoulder, right?
Yeah.
Would it be obvious to her that it came from somewhere else?
I mean, I would say you were around Donovan, you were around the things that happened. You would understand. You and Patience would understand what a gun is. You
Okay,
guys have seen you guys have seen Wiley work. You guys know what he did and does. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna cast invisibility at 3rd level,
Okay.
and immediately turn both me and Patience invisible.
Okay.
And I'll follow behind KB, I guess, and head in that direction, maybe a little bit off to the right. That
Get
kind
to running. Mm. Okay. As you kind of
Learn
stand up, nurse the wound. You know, you've never heard the rifle sound before, but you know what a bullet wound looks like, and immediately you realize you're in trouble. You reach down, cast the invisibility spell while you're kind of looking off into the distance and all around, and as you cast the spell on yourself, you turn and immediately cast the secondary part of that spell that also covers Patience in invisibility.
Let's see here. So carpet of flying flies a spoken direction.
Yep.
So talking's a free action. Is commanding the carpet? How does that work in combat?
It can go both ways, you know. Like if you're gonna tell it to do something specific, I'm gonna say it's an action. But if you're just telling it to like fly straight. I mean,
Like, can I have it?
like follow you type deal. I'm not against that. As a
Well,
free
actually,
action.
I actually don't want it to follow me because I don't want it to give away where I'm at.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll leave it there for now.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Mhm.
Okay. That brings us to Wiley.
That literally is a question somebody's asked. Carpet is controlled by spoken directions. Speaking is a free action. Would you use mounted combat rules instead?
I kind of like
so-
Ginger's interpretation. If you're
Yeah,
trying
no,
to do something
I-
fancy with it,
Yes.
that
It's
counts
gonna
as
be
an
an
action. But if
action.
it's yeah,
That's what
If you're just
that's what
telling
these
it to-
people are saying. If like you're gonna give it specific instructions,
Yep.
then yes. But they're like, oh, if you just exactly what you said. Like if you're just just fly straight or follow me or whatever.
So. Oh, excuse me. Jeez, that heartburn's killing me right now. Ugh. Why he's gonna post up, watching you guys kind of bail, throw things away. He watches two party members disappear. He's gonna take aim. Oh God. Who does he? He really wants you to, but he can't see you right now. Yeah, he's gonna go for the little dude. He's gonna roll. So KB does a. Here
Nope.
it is. Mm,
Sure doesn't. Thank you for asking.
does a 17 hit?
Oh, it just barely does.
Going to do.
Wipe that smirk off your face, Ginge.
14. 14. 20. 21 piercing damage.
Hmm.
And 6 force damage. As KB, you're off at a dead run, and you just feel this, and you hear the kind of like loud thunderclap, and you guys all brace, and as you do, KB, you guys watch as KB's left leg kind of kicks out for a second, and KB does like a roll, and you watch as like a huge spatter of blood hits the ground and just sprays the sand behind you.
How much did you get hit for?
21 plus 6. 27. And he's going to reload.
This guy's hitting
yeah,
fucking
that don't
hard.
feel good.
He's going to stay as is. Patience, you are invisible. And you just hear these like just these consecutive shots, like the, and Sophia gets hit. Everybody starts to bail. Everybody's running and jumping off into the sand, taking off, and you hear the thunderous again, and you watch as KB just sprays blood, hits the sand, comes up digging, and then just takes off on a run again. What you doing, Strat? Patience. Hello?
You're
dead, Mom?
muted.
I'm muted?
No. Strat's
Oh.
muted.
Patience.
He's typing.
I haven't really called that before.
I don't think I've ever heard that. That is an insult. I'm going to add that to my repertoire. Dick sword. Okay.
Holy
That
stinking
sucks.
shit. I don't know what that was.
Come back. Dick
Fucking
sword.
dick sword.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Oh my
our.
God, it's doing it
Can we
again.
add that? Can we add that to our quotes?
Yeah.
Dick
What,
sword
how would
must
you like
be
me to
broke.
quote it? Just Dick's word broke.
Yeah. Strat, you there? No, my dick sword machine broke.
I have no idea.
That's all. I'm in.
Like,
We love the compliment that you gave your computer. Absolutely love it.
okay, where the fuck is this?
So,
You know,
you're
what is
hearing
my-
shots kind of in a northwestern direction. You watched
Uh-huh.
as Sophia took a shot to the shoulder and she got knocked off the carpet. Everybody started
okay.
bailing, running out into the sand, trying to make distance. And there's like a little oasis with some like rock outcroppings ahead.
Mhm.
And as everybody's bailing, you watch as all of a sudden another shot, and you watch as KB kind of stumbles, hits the sand, rolls, comes up, and there's like a huge splatter of blood on the sand, and KB's now kind of doing like this limp walk, and you notice like this little hole in his leg. And you know, like I was telling Sophia earlier, you and her would know gunshot wounds, like you've seen that, like with the way being around
Well,
Wiley and being around
I
Ovid.
probably would know a bit more about it because I was more involved with the gang activity.
Correct. You've never seen the rifle though, so you don't know
Yeah.
what the hell he's hitting you with. You just know it's
It's
probably
bigger
Riley.
and it's louder and
Yeah.
seemingly more powerful than.
His normal whatever
yeah.
he uses. Yep.
Yeah, we're both invisible.
Yep.
Right.
And then you're both invisible.
Can I kind of get a good idea of like where the sound came from? I don't know that
Right
I've
now,
narrowed that down yet.
it's about northwesternish, so if you want to try and focus a little harder, you can roll like a perception and use your action for that.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay, go ahead.
Sake. Perception is a total of 10.
Total of 10.
Yeah.
You don't see exactly where it's coming from, but you do notice, like every time the shot's kind of being made, there's like a small glint in that northwestern direction.
I'm heading straight for that.
Okay.
In glint. I don't know how far that was.
That would have been
That's about right, given how far I can move.
like 30 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Yeah.
think you were pretty close to me. So.
Well, I can move a lot farther.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's true. You quick.
Yeah, I'll get up amongst the rocks here.
Not
I mean, obviously I'm invisible, but
still
I don't
wicked
know.
small.
I don't know what his capabilities are. Maybe he's got. Oops.
Okay. Second turn?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Gonna save other things for other times.
Okay.
Oh.
KB.
Kills bits.
Okay. Man, there is just not too much to do here. I can use an ability called coordinated movement. So choose up to 5 allies you can see. Ooh, that might be a problem. 5 allies you can see. Each of them can use their reaction to move up to half their speed. So I will do that and allow anyone I can see to move half their speed towards the rocks up here. And then I will just dash towards cover.
Okay.
That mean boy hurt me a lot. So I think that I can't scroll with the ruler. Yeah,
How
I
much
think
did you
I'm
move
gonna
it?
30, so I could do 60 feet. In fact, no, I like to rock my patience, so I'm gonna dash up to it, and that's actually only 30 feet from me. Pick up the pebble. Yeah. I guess can I? Since I don't need a dash, can I just go up to the rock and then hide as is my action? I think I'd be better doing that.
Crouching down, trying to get some more cover. Yep.
Yeah. I don't. Hide may not be the right word. I'm just trying to make myself small. I don't know if you want me to roll stealth for it or not, but I can if you want.
No. It's
I'm assuming he saw me run to the.
Yeah, he knows you're behind the
he kn-
rock. You're
Yeah.
small enough. You're able to get yourself to a position where you're not visible.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not necessarily trying to hide the fact that I'm there. I'm just trying to get more cover. So I'll just crouch there, and then wait.
Okay. And now you said everybody can move half their movement speed.
Yeah. If you
Is it on their turn or
they can do it now if they want to use their reaction. Yeah.
Okay. What is hers? 35. So 35? Yeah, it's 35. She'll use hers. Is that your turn, KB?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Here,
You're good.
Yep.
So she's going to use the rest of her movement. And she is going to get up next to the rock as well. Cover herself as much as possible. And with her passive perception, and she's also going to roll. She's gonna yell out, watch out! The sands look disturbed! And then that'll be her turn. Axel.
I will use my action to equip my shield, and then I'll make my way 15 feet to the northeast again.
I don't know if you're saving your reaction, but you can do another, half of that if you choose.
Yeah, why not? Half of 15 is 7.5. Round down, it becomes 5 now. So
yeah, so you get another
another square of movement. I'll take it.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's movement. Movement's movement.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's nothing to use the reaction for, so it's kind of just free.
Yeah, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Sophia.
I'm gonna just yell at the carpet to start kind of moving in this direction a little bit. Just to kind of go a different direction than we're going, to just throw it off a little bit. over there and it has 60 feet of
Mm.
movement.
There you go. I was like, where is it? You know.
And then I'm just gonna dash. So I'm gonna get up behind. I can get to this rock, right?
What's your dash? Or what's your movement speed?
30 feet. So yeah, I can get right up
Yeah,
to
you
it.
should easily be able to get up there. Yep. Run! It's not a run. You're like booping.
That'll be my turn.
Alright. Perfect. Wiley's gonna go again. He's going to take aim at the only individual that's still out for him to see. Oh god, my stomach. Excuse me.
Is it him? Is it himself? Is he gonna shoot himself in the fucking head?
Yeah.
Just like, well, this was fun.
This is like you guys ever play Cyberpunk? There's a hack to attack. You can send to an enemy to attack the closest person to them. And if you ever do it when they're just standing by themselves, they just pull out their sidearm and shoot themselves in the head.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, some of the hacks.
Yeah, yeah.
The
23
quick hacks
to
in that
hit.
game are crazy.
Axel.
Yeah, that hits.
14 points of piercing damage and 11 points of force damage.
Sure.
As you hear another, and you guys watch as all of a sudden Axel, you try to catch it or stop it or something like that, and you kind of brace with the shield, and you watch as it hits kind of the bottom of the shield and goes through the corner and like hits you in the like your right thigh and just goes out the other side and hits the sand as you watch as Axel kind of doesn't go all the way down to a knee, but he kind of does like a stutter step all of a sudden, catches himself and takes off at a run again. And he is going to reposition himself just a tish. And
Would I be able to use the like the time between the shot being fired and the bullet hitting somebody? Because there'd be a little bit of a lag, right?
be a little
Trying
bit of
to
a lag.
figure out How far away it is.
Yeah, when it comes to your turn, if you want to use like a perception with a or a wisdom, if you're using a wisdom because you're trying to determine like the clap between the bullet or the sound and the noise.
Yeah, like the time
Um,
between Axel per se getting shot and then the sound of the echo after.
Yep.
I'm sure
will,
there's a little bit of a gap there.
How the hell would I? It's not gonna be perception.
Well, see, you know when you're trying to figure out how far away lightning is, and you count
Yeah.
the seconds for the thunder.
Now, like I understand the map we're looking at. You may not be what is the expression? The map is not the terrain or whatever the saying is. I know this may not be completely accurate, but based on the map and the ruler, this guy's like 100 yards away, right? So like,
Mhm.
think
This is
about
actually pure. Like I set this one up pretty accurate. So
yeah, so like,
yeah.
it'd be really difficult to shoot someone with a bow at that distance. A rifle could do something, but like, you could see someone, on the other end of the football field for sure.
Yeah.
So I
And the echo wouldn't be super long between when
Yeah.
the shot's fired and the echo.
yeah, I think I'm assuming he's on top of that rock, because
Maybe.
if you're taking a shot, I mean, outside of character, if you're taking a shot, why wouldn't you be up there? So it seems reasonable that we would, even if we can't see him for sure, I feel like at least the level 20 intelligence characters would go like, that motherfucker's got to be in or around that rock over there, right?
Yeah.
He's got to be.
I would say either intelligence or wisdom, because you're determining you're trying to determine the length between the clap. So when it comes around to your turn, you can roll. You can definitely roll for that.
Now that we've spent so much time deciding how it would work, I probably won't.
Sounds good. Patience, you're up. Go figure.
Only question is, even if you know he's there, how are you going to get over there?
Eh?
It'll take you several turns, two shots, and I'll be dead. I don't know how we're going to get there.
Where is that 110 feet from? That ain't 110 feet from me. Fuck's sake. How are you measuring over that far? I can't get it to pan like that.
Well, I had to zoom way out, so I can't read what it actually says.
I can't
And
even
then
zoom out that far.
It's weird because it'll let me do it if I zoom far out, and then I zoom in on where it says the distance, but it's all blurry.
Yeah.
It like rendered when I was zoomed out. So
Okay, wait.
Okay,
Hold it there, hold it
Patient,
there.
zoom all the way out, draw it, zoom in on the spot, and then let go of your mouse, and it'll unblur it, and you can see how far.
I can't zoom out any
I can't
farther
get
than,
it
like,
to unblur.
From where you guys
oh my
are,
God, I can't see it. Whatever.
But
well, yeah.
I think I can.
So,
I can make that distance.
so I just did a paper, like what you would do on a paper
okay,
map.
that's-
I did the 30 feet, and
Yeah.
the amount I'm zoomed out is about my index finger and a middle finger, and I can do that 5.5 times from where we are now. So
He's 300. He's 377 feet from Patience.
Holy fuck. Okay.
I got 330. It's 5.5 of my finger times 60 feet for the dash. So
I could make
They'll
that
call it
in
350
2
maybe?
rounds of double dashing and 1 round of single dashing. I think. So I have a 45-foot speed.
But you're gonna be the only one over there with him for several rounds.
Yeah, but he won't see her coming.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
That's
not
true.
greater invisibility, so if I attack, it'll.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, I don't. We gotta get hands on him somehow. Yeah, fuck it. I'm just moving in
I
that
almost
direction.
feel like
Where I see the glint from, I'm going.
I almost feel like
So-
we can wait here, and he'll have to come to us. I mean, if we get full coverage under these rocks, we can hang out here for a while.
That's true.
Make him close the gap.
All right. Well, if we're gonna do that, I'll get up somewhere high, use the invisibility to keep a lookout. I'll climb up on top of these rocks. And I don't know. Wait for him to make a move.
Yeah. I mean, if everyone thinks that's a dumb idea, don't hesitate to let me know. That's just my thought, because I think a lot of us are slow.
Yeah, I mean, if I go charging in there, I'm the only one, and he has better close range capabilities than I, the player, realize. I'm screwed.
Yeah, there's not going to be anyone available to help.
Yeah, I will be dead and buried in the sand before anybody else
Yeah.
gets to me. So yeah, I'll hold off here. We'll regroup and come up with a plan.
KB.
It's already my turn again.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm just gonna sit. I think I'm gonna sit and wait. Actually, yeah, I'm not gonna do shit. I'm just gonna stay put.
Okay. Evelyn is going to crouch down even further, and she's going to be trying to yell at Axel. Axel! Axel, come on! Watch out! The sand! It's something's wrong! And she like starts pointing around, like around Sophia, like on the other side of the rock, and kind of like in like a looped direction. And she starts pointing at the sand in several directions. Axel, your turn.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, I'll move 15 feet forward. And then I'll take the dodge action. So if he wants to shoot me, it's going to be at disadvantage. And that's it.
Sophia.
Okay, I'm also gonna shout out in Axel's direction. I'm gonna yell out, Axel, let me help you. I'm gonna cast Vortex Warp on Axel.
Hmm? Does he accept is the key word.
Yeah, I'll be a willing participant.
I'm gonna put you just directly next to KB, kind of behind that rock.
Sure.
When I cast that spell, Ginge, I would lose my invisibility.
Okay. So you lose the invisibility and you kind of put yourself back up against the rock.
Yep.
Okay. And then Axel, you are being warped next to Sophia.
I put him next to KB.
Maybe.
KB, got it. Okay. Good thing, because I was going to take another shot at him.
You wouldn't have hit.
No, that
Disadvantage.
makes no difference
You were
to
gonna
me.
roll it with that one.
We'll never know.
Never know. Dice gods.
Roll it now. Roll it now.
Is that your turn,
See what you
Sophia?
Yeah, that's my turn.
He is frustrated. Wants to shoot you. So he is going to make a couple of plays here. Move that. Okay. And then he is... Can I make that shot? Dang it. Anybody see what that distance was?
From here to us is about 380 feet. 375 feet. Not that we know where he is, but theoretically, if we saw him on the map.
He can make that shot. So he is not aiming to kill. He's aiming to piss off. Let's go. 23 to hit and it's going to take 18, 6.
Who is he aiming at?
He's aiming at that fucking earth, dude. Out of character.
The critters. He's aiming at a critter.
Game
You hear the shot again. You guys watch as kind of like kitty wampus from you across the oasis. You hear low rumbling and a pissed off noise that begins to kind of like and this low grumbling noise as you hear kind of this just like shifting of stone and sand and like bumping.
This dude sucks ass.
Fuck this dude.
Initiative. Okay, so I have to just roll. Me. His turn. Patience.
I heard the shot.
You heard the
Wasn't
shot. You're now yeah. It's didn't hit anybody, but you now hear kind of this like low rumbling noise.
I'll look off in that direction. Remember, I'm on top of the rocks.
Yep. You see kind of the top of the head of something that's just beginning to like stand up. And you see these like
Oh,
two
shit.
beady eyes, and it's just like looking around, and it's got a huge chunk of stone missing on one of the shoulders. And it looks fucking angry.
We might got a problem. Big guy made of stone, and he's mad. I'll ready my action to attack him if he comes close. I guess.
Okay.
Kind of in a weird spot.
I'm Ron Burgundy?
What'd you say?
I'm Ron Burgundy?
Okay. Is that your turn? Ready in action?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not right. Why is it? Why did it jump to him? Never mind. Yeah, that's right. So, it is just going to aimlessly start walking this direction. It is just mad. And just like picking things up and like throwing stones and just making like a bunch of noises and ripping things up. You watch as it grabs one of the vultures and like plucks it out of midair and just squashes it in its hand. KB.
So, Patience probably pointed out where this thing was. Surely.
Well,
Kind
you
of
can't
set
really
a direction.
see- Yeah. I would. I mean, I would know that I'm invisible.
Well, and you guys would all see it, at this point, you would see it kind of like walk up around the corner and like snag. You guys see it like at the last second, like snag one of the vultures and like crush it in its hand, and it's just
Off to the
beginning to like
left.
rip. It's like ripping foliage out of its like out of the ground and like just making a ton of noise. It just looks generally very angry and blowing off steam.
So I'll just yell out. Do we want to engage this thing, or see what happens? Anybody have thoughts?
I wouldn't say we're in a position to fight anyone right now.
Yeah, this is pretty dicey no matter which way you slice it.
But he's gonna find us. He's surely gonna find us. Okay. Fuck me. I will. Okay. I will cast Ego Whip on this rock elemental.
Maybe.
I doubt his intelligence is that high. He's a fucking boulder. So it's an intelligence save.
Maybe. Okay. Can you see my rolls? No?
Are you Traxon?
Yeah.
And yes, I can see her.
Okay. So, 13.
Okay, that fails. So he's gonna
On-
do.
You can say send to on the game log within D&D Beyond, Ginge, if you don't want those going to the log.
No, and that was fine. That one I did want you guys to see that one.
I actually
So
didn't see him.
I just wasn't sure if.
But I think I'm not in the rotation. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Whoops. Yeah,
Wait,
whatever.
Well, I can see it
it's
on
fine if
D&D
I'm not.
Beyond. I can see it on D&D Beyond.
Oh,
not
gotcha.
on
I thought you meant in.
Multiverse.
Okay, never mind.
So 13
Okay.
definitely fails.
So he fails. He's gonna take 14 points of psychic damage,
Maybe.
and then he will only be allowed to dodge, disengage, or hide when it is his turn next.
How much damage? 13.
14. 14 psychic.
Thank you. Okay. He watches it kind of stumbles, like grabs a piece of the rock and starts like looking around for whatever just hit it.
And I will use a bonus action to recover just a little tiny bit of health, and then I'll just I'll just speak to Evelyn and say, if you have any healing left, I'm still bleeding a lot, and then I'll end my turn there.
Okay.
Oh,
We can go back.
yeah, no, I guess that's it.
Okay.
I was gonna say I have a free action to shoot him with the crossbow, but okay. Let me ask you this: when when he's hit with Ego Whip, does he like look in our direction or appear that he knows where that came from?
Right now, he's looking around, and it hurt. You're not sure if he's spotted you yet, or if he just is thrashing out now because he doesn't know what hit him.
Is it in the moment right after that? Is his back to me or is this front to me?
Kind of like what he is right now. He's kind of like sideways to you.
I'm gonna fucking shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? It's a 24 to hit,
It hits.
and it's 11 damage. And can I? Is this a reaction? No. Okay. Yep. Now I'm done.
Okay. Evelyn, hearing you say that, kind of glances in your direction, and she is going to cast a... She'll cast a 3rd level healing word. And she'll do... So it's... What is that? 3d4 plus the modifier?
Yeah.
3... 7 plus... Where's her stuff? Plus 3, I believe it was. So, 10 points of healing? Yeah. 3 is her wisdom.
Good deal.
And she is...
Feeling a lot better.
Good. She kind of smiles at you as she rubs some, she kind of patches the wound a little bit and the fingers glow, and then she, like, takes a little... She reaches into her pouch and kind of pulls out, like, a little, like, sloth of, like, semi-coagulated, dried up maple syrup, and she kind of, like, rubs a little bit on your cheek, like, where you have some cuts, and she's like, okay, yep, and then she takes off, and she's gonna run over by Sophia to kind of spread the party out a little bit. And that'll be her turn. Axel.
Yeah, I will dash and head in the same direction. Because I don't want to be in vicinity of the thing that just got shot.
Why not?
And I'm going to use a bonus action to second wind.
Okay. Axel, you do notice the pieces of ground that Evelyn
bad.
was showing you. Like, pointing out. You notice, like, pieces of the sand are kind of dug up and moved, even though the wind is starting to pick up and the sand is being blown. So where she kind of had semi-pointed out some things, you can see where the sand is beginning to kind of dissipate over that.
Okay. And then that'll be my turn.
Okay. Sophia. Pink Pony Club.
Sophia would really. Sophia wants to. I'm not sure. Can I even see KB from where I'm at?
No. And what you won't notice, or you wouldn't have noticed, is when you guys had killed that individual back then, you hear, laughing in your pocket, Sophia. And you hear, I finally found you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
It's coming from my pocket?
Mm-hmm.
Pocket?
Dress, pocket, pouch.
Possibly.
The hell? You put like a
I don't have the
tracking
stone
spell on
in-
you or something?
I don't have the stone anymore.
What stone are you talking about?
Arya's sending stone.
It's not that.
Imagine she'd be able to make out where the voice is coming from.
Yeah, check
Maybe.
check for it. We got time. We're behind cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna check for it. I'm gonna try and find an object that could potentially be giving this away.
You find like
and actually,
a little...
I'm gonna.
God.
Yeah, I'm not concentrating on anything. I'm gonna cast detect magic to speed this up.
Oh yeah, easily. I mean, it's literally in your little side pouch thing where you like, put whatever. It's like a little black stone. And you
Do
can
I have
hear...
any recollection of when I got this?
No, but you notice like where that little pouch area is, or pocket, or whatever you want to call it, like a smear of blood, and it must have been when that guy tried to attack your group. He must have either glanced against you, tossed it, in there, fell, whatever, but he put it on your persons. Remember the individual that popped up out of the sand?
Yeah.
Yep. And you can hear what sounds like Wiley on the other end.
Sophia would take this object and throw it as far as she can into the desert in this direction.
Okay.
Like a dexterity check?
Make a strength check. See how far you
Strength
can throw
check.
it. Yeah, you're hucking it. It's not dexterity. See how far you can
No.
throw it.
Okay, an 11. It's above average.
It's a decent distance. You managed to throw it like 8 feet away, 10 feet away. You kind of like...
So it's way heavier than like a baseball.
8 to
Little
10
bit.
feet.
8 to 10 feet is not a good throw for a baseball.
That's like you could toss something
Eh.
underhanded and it would be 8 to 10 feet.
Yeah. If I knew I was gonna be able to only toss it 8 feet, I wouldn't throw it.
I mean, yeah, I could shot put an iron ball like fucking 10 feet, and I don't do shot put.
No, but you're weak, so...
So Sophia would know the difference between an object she can throw 8 feet and an object she could throw 100 feet.
Yes.
Would
I
Sophia
wouldn't say
know?
you throw it 100 feet, but it's like... I'm just wanting to start some shit.
Yeah, you
With-
started
Well,
some
like,
shit.
at least
With
like
11,
15, 20.
I would say it would be like probably like 40 feet, 50 feet.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'd say
With
like
an
5 feet for every number, so 5 times 11, 55.
Yeah. See? Just was fucking with you. God, calm down.
I
So
like that, I like that.
butthurt. No, yeah, about 50, 60 feet roughly. I mean, you give it a good huck.
Just imagine taking a baseball, throwing it as hard as you can. It goes 8 feet, and you're like, "Wow, that was a good throw."
Have you ever taught t-ball? That's how it is all the fucking time. It's literally like,
That's children though.
and it's like 2 feet. But that's what I imagine. Like her strength is like a child.
Why do I feel like my DM just
Wow.
got back from T-ball and is just still frustrated by it?
You have no
Wow.
idea.
Shots
You
fired.
have no idea.
He
You
takes
have
it all
no
on
idea
us.
when you stand in the field and these kids like go to like grab the ball and like literally the entire baseball field will come in for one fucking ball and they will fight each other for that as the one kid is running the bases from the other team. And you're like, it's that guy's fucking ball. Everybody else get back to your fucking spots. Yeah. It's enough to drive you to drink. But I don't drink, so I don't drink as much. I do other things. But you managed to huck it out into the desert. As you can hear Wiley talking on the other end to himself. And he sounds frantic and... yeah. Not, I don't know, not with it.
That's good enough. That's good enough. That'll be my turn.
That'll be your turn. Wiley. He is going to spend his turn reloading. Come on, baby. I believe that is a reload. Okay. And then he is going to send this guy is going to pop up out of the sand right there. And he is going to use his surprise attack to throw rocks and taunt the great earth elemental. As he's just, hey, throwing rocks at it. He's like making a bunch of noise and he's like waving his hands in his direction. And he's standing right in front of you guys, making sure he's seen.
Recognize this individual?
It is a cloaked individual wearing a mask that has a lot of identifiers and colors that Donovan's lackeys had. Excuse me. Patience, your turn.
Uh. Hmm.
Did you ever tell the carpet to stop or it just kept going? I just thought about that.
Oh.
I haven't told it to stop yet. I probably wouldn't let it get more than about halfway to where I think he might be. So maybe like 200 feet away from me.
Okay, well, I think we've missed like 3 turns, so it's probably like right about like that.
Yeah, it's probably about as far as it would go.
I don't know. I kind of want to let this guy dig his own grave. I'm gonna just keep an eye on him. And again, ready and attack if something gets too close.
Okay. Noticing the individual pissing him off, he is going to kill him. He is... Wrong one. There we go. +8. That hits. 8. And then... Wow. Okay. When I'm trying to kill a character, it's gonna fuck me over. I just rolled double ones. So 7 points of damage. Fucking did nothing. That's cool. And then he's gonna do it again. So that's... Hold on. I guess it's 7. And then... Hits. 2d8. 6. 11 points. So he's gonna kind of walk up and he's just gonna do 2 big slams right at this individual as the guy's kind of running away from him and he's ducking, but he's kind of getting hit in the shoulders and he's like taunting it and throwing things at him. That's gonna be his turn. KB.
Yeah. This is such a bad spot. Yeah, this can't even quite get. Yeah, maybe I can. Okay, I wanna. I hope I don't regret this later. I want to run to this other rock here, with the intent being to kind of get out of the line of sight of this rock elemental, but to still, have cover from the guy to the northwest of us. So I'll do that. On my way, I will shoot this rock elemental again. Let me do that first. I'll just... As a 14 hit.
The rock elemental?
Yeah.
No, that does not hit.
I will... What is this reaction called? Okay. I will use Speaking Missile reaction to get advantage. I haven't used that in a long time. Is that what that does? Yeah. Okay. So I'll do that. God damn it. You're kidding me? Same thing. 2 5s in a row.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. Well, that was a waste.
No such thing.
All right. So I'll move over here. I'll take my shot. Miss twice. Fucking dork. And then... God, man, there's really just not much I can do. I can... I guess I will take... I'll just take the dodge action while I'm over here. That seems prudent. And then I will, with my bonus action, recover just 1 HP. Ouch. All I can do. Okay. And then that's my turn.
All right. Evelyn. I don't know. She knows KB is hurt. She knows Oh. Not a whole lot she can do. She's just gonna hunker in. And she's gonna wait to see what the rest of you guys are gonna do. Axel. Put you guys in a conundrum. And then, I believe it's 10 minutes. So actually, yeah, you're still fine.
Yeah, I'm tracking it.
I was thinking about it for a second, and I was like, oh, it's been a long time. But then I was like, actually,
Nope.
no, it really hasn't. It's only been about, like, 2 minutes? How many rounds has it been?
24 seconds.
Yeah, there we go. I had to think about it for a second. It's like, wait a second. We've done 3 rounds, 4 rounds? And it's like, yeah. I always forget the math.
Isn't it?
Like, 1 round is like...
6 seconds.
Yeah, I was gonna say 10 seconds, but no, it's 6 seconds, yeah. What are we doing, Axel?
Mm,
I would like to rage.
Axel, also something that you've noticed is as time has gone on, the wind is starting to pick up. And you can see kind of the sand being blown a little bit more. And even though it's probably midday at this point, it's beginning to kind of, light's beginning to dim a little bit.
Shit. See lightning.
See lightning? What?
On the screen.
Really?
I think the whole screen flickered. Yeah.
Oh,
not lightning.
yeah, I was adjusting. Yeah.
Not lightning.
Pause time do. Oh. What are we doing, Axel?
that's the question, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I do like that I have finally racked your brains with something a little difficult. Now, I actually honestly didn't think you would get this far with that many people sleeping. And, yeah.
Oh, actually, no, I know exactly what I can do. Okay, I'm gonna dash, and I'm gonna move over here for now.
Okay.
Like right there, yeah. And then that'll be my turn for now.
Okay. And that would actually bring us to this guy. No.
It's Sophia's
guy.
turn.
No, it's Burglar's turn.
Oh.
Well, not the burglar, basically the assassin. But he is going to run this direction directly at you guys.
The
The
hamburger
elemental
leg.
get does the elemental get an opportunity attack?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, check the fuck out of him.
Eh.
Dash him in the ground.
That is a natural 20. Go figure. And that is +8 and 2d8. Four. Whoops, wrong one. 8 points. As the individual begins to run away. Whoops, crap. And he's gonna run right at you guys. And he is, he's gonna get about to, yeah, about right there. And then he's going to turn and he's gonna throw a dagger at Axel while he's still screaming. So he is going to 13 to hit.
No.
No. Yeah. That's what I thought. So he turns, takes a dagger out, throws it at you, Axel, as you kind of come around the corner. You don't even raise the shield. You kind of like snatch the dagger midair and like throw it to the ground. And you're just staring at him like, really? And he looks really fucked up. But what's weird is normally people, when they look like that and they're scared and they're fearing for their life, this individual is smiling and just like blood's just pouring out of his mouth, and he's just smiling at you right now.
Why do so many of your NPCs have no will to live?
What do you mean? A lot of my NPCs have
Just,
wills
like,
to live.
He's like got no life, and he's just standing there grinning. Like, that's right, I'm gonna die here, but I'm excited about this.
His life is the cause.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
That's why I said no will to live.
Maybe he's in some form of cult, or maybe he was raised from a child to be this way and
Yeah,
captured.
no will to live.
I mean, you've met Sophia and Patience, and they've told you how fucked up this individual is.
I mean, I'm asleep, so
Exactly. So you know what?
right now I know nothing.
Keep being asleep and shut the fuck up.
Whatever.
But, Sophia, it is your turn. As you hear this individual kind of running and making a ton of noise.
Yeah, so I would have seen him run through here, right? I mean, I can't see him now because he's behind the rock, but I would have been
Correct.
able to see him, correct?
Yes. You saw him kind of like as he had the knife in his hand, and it looked like he was throwing it, and then he like disappeared behind the rocks.
Yeah, then I'm gonna run to right behind Axel. That's yeah.
You used all your movement running into the rock. Sorry, gotta go back.
And then I will
Who do we lose?
I'll just throw a firebolt in that direction.
Okay.
26 to hit.
The burglar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it hits.
10 fire damage.
Okay. Yep. So as you cast the firebolt at him, and you hit him kind of like, oh, there she is.
Welcome.
I haven't wrote it on my calendar. Still forgot.
It happens. I kind of forgot, and then started getting my kids to bed, doing showers and the whole 9 yards, and then I realized what day it was myself. So
Yeah, like I just wasn't paying attention to my phone, and then I was like,
You
oh,
arrived just in time for the battle.
yeah. So quick rundown.
Everybody's almost
You
dead.
guys, you guys were traveling through the desert, and we had left off with Sophia getting shot in the shoulder. Well, you guys all ran for cover. You've cast a first level and a third level healing word. And you guys are seeking cover now behind the rocks, trying to avoid whoever's firing at you. And this assassin kind of turned up out of the blue after Wiley shot the earth elemental to piss it off in your guys' direction to try and flush you out. So that's where you are right now.
okay, I marked them off.
Perfect. Oh, so as you cast the firebolt and it strikes him in the chest, and you watch as the body begins to kind of fall apart, like turning to ash. He falls to the ground, and you hear like a bag explodes under his body, and anybody within 10 feet. Sophia, you be within 10 feet.
I'm 15 feet away. Thank you very much.
You are 10 feet, my good sir.
I am 15 feet away.
Where are you measuring from, and where am I measuring from? Because I see 10.
I'm not using the grid. Maybe if I aligned a grid. I have aligned a grid turned off so that I actually go a straight line.
I'm doing a straight line, I think. Maybe. Okay, we'll give it to you. The 15 then. And that's why. Never mind. Whatever.
Okay.
Anyways,
well,
anybody within
either
10
way.
feet,
Just do
make
the
a
circle like
make
that.
a dexterity saving throw.
Would I have a
that
time
works.
to use a bonus action
Well,
to push him 5 feet away?
I mean, it's still your turn. I would
But
say.
he's dying on my turn, so
Oh, I would say.
because I can push as a bonus action. And I was actually planning
Now
on pushing him
see-
into this. I was gonna push him into this cactus.
So, this would be a dexterity then. Because this is gonna be how quick
Do
you
I-
can all of a sudden.
Okay. Do I
cast a
shove
spell.
before or after?
Correct.
Yeah. So like, I'll do it.
So basically, you're
Uh,
gonna roll a dexterity saving. You're gonna roll a dex. How do I want to fucking do this? Because it's gonna be.
They're the
it's-
same for me. I don't have proficiency in dex saves.
Okay.
So
Because yeah,
it's
you
an
have to
I rolled an 18.
beat an 18. Oh, you beat the DC. So basically, if you fail the DC, you didn't get the spell off before whatever happened. This way, the moment you killed him, and you see him kind of doing something as he's like falling to the ground, you immediately like instincts kick in. You're like fucking something shady, and you shove as far away this individual as far away from your party as possible.
It's
So-
actually only 5 feet.
It's only 5 feet.
Yep.
So, and you're
Just a
shoving him
little-
towards the cactus, or you're shoving him.
So my plan was to shove him towards the cactus. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll say this individual is right here. So now we're gonna go off the center of him, and whoever's in 10 feet. So it would just be Patience then.
Well, Patience isn't actually there though. Patience is up on the rock. So we don't actually know where Patience is exactly.
Well, Patience, I am gonna say unfortunately that if you're up on top of the rock, and you did say that you were keeping an eye on the burglar dude and the rock elemental, you're gonna be kind of like towards the. I'm assuming you're gonna be more towards that kind of point. You know what I mean? Maybe like towards the, towards
yeah,
the
like
ball,
the
the
anvil
balls.
head kind of there.
Yeah. So you would still be within. You're just gonna be up on the rock. But it's a dexterity saving throw, which
Pretty
you might be
fucking
all right
good.
with.
We'll see. Dear fucking God.
Please be a 12.
It's not gonna be a fucking 12. Yeah, it's a fucking 9. Dude.
Okay. So you take 6 points of poison damage. As you watch this individual kind of like start to fall towards the ground, and he pulls something at the bottom of his shirt, and as he does, Sophia quickly shoves as far as she can, and you watch him kind of scoot like as he's falling, he does like this weird like fall, and then he almost like kicks himself in a direction, and as he does, you hear kind of like a seeping noise as a goes off, and you go to step back, and you actually step kind of like where that lip is, and it drops a level, like when when you're like you're stepping down some steps and you miss that step by accident. You kind of do like a stutter step, and you catch yourself, and you lag a second behind when you're needing to take that extra step back to get out of this gas that all of a sudden puffs up into the air, and that's when you take the 6 points of damage. You kind of get like a half of a lung full, and you do like a quick exhale, and you're trying to spit it out, and it's like almost like pepper spray, like getting in your face, getting in your eyes, getting in your mouth, and you're just like trying to clear it as much as you can. Sophia, is that your turn?
Be the end of my turn.
All right. He's fucking getting pissed up here. Well, he can't. I don't think he sees anybody. No. So he is going to do this. He's gonna do this and this. He's gonna end his turn. Patience.
Is that guy dead?
He dead.
Okay. My position has not been fully revealed, so I'm gonna stay put.
Oh, shrink him.
So-
Oh, I can make it big.
He's huge.
Big mother.
Alright, I'm just gonna delete him. Alright. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Looks like it's not my turn.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it's
Kicked it
fine.
back to Wiley, but so that individual is now around the corner from you, laying on the ground face first, and kind of like covered in almost like this green gel, whatever, and you can kind of watch like trails of it wisp off the shoulders and like the back and around like the chest area, where it kind of like it wasn't like fire where it exploded through the whole body, but it almost like seeped around the outside a little bit. It's kind of steaming off of him right now.
We have like a satchel or something I can yoink from him real quick without like getting my hands dirty with that disgusting crap.
I mean, you can reach into his pockets and you can sift around and see if he's got anything on him.
Okay. What is that?
Roll a perception. Or investigation. It would be investigation.
It's not gonna be that good. Fuck's sake. Don't even bother. I don't know why I even bothered. Fucking 5 on the die, so that's a 3.
You find like a couple copper, and
Awesome behind me, like fucking useless.
you find a couple copper, and like a random like a ring.
Nah, pocket the ring.
Pocket the ring.
But
Okay.
I'm mad about it.
And you throw them behind you.
No, I'm
Kick
throwing
back
the
in your
coins. I'm keeping the ring.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So you kind of stepped out, and you're standing behind that little cactus now as you're kind of like, you're going through the person's stuff really quick, and you like throw the coins, and you stick the ring into your pocket really quick, and you're kind of like hunkering against the rock, not sure if he can see you or he can't see, or if he can or can't see you right now. You're not sure.
The elemental? I'm invisible still.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Never mind.
With that, I'm gonna hop over here. And be like, hey, why the fuck are you shooting that thing?
No, I just don't want him to kill us.
He wasn't
Bruh.
necessarily even looking in our way, was he?
Yeah, he was. The guy was. They're giving away our position.
Well,
Let's see. +4 to hit. 19. Axel.
No,
19 doesn't hit. All right.
not anymore.
Okay. Then it's gonna just make one attack. 20, 21.
That
No,
does hit.
Sorry, hold on. Make sure I counted that right. Yeah, 21 to hit.
That does hit.
And that one is... That was pretty good. That is this guy. "17 bludgeoning." As he sucks in this, you hear like almost like this like a gourd being filled with air. And you quickly get the shield up against the top of your head, and you feel almost like a sand blast. And you just feel like this constant pressure being applied to the top end of your shield. And with normal shields, like the way the pressure is kind of like blowing you back into the sand, and the way that you can feel on the shield, like on your arm, it just feels like somebody like 500 pounds is laying on your arm. All of a sudden, you feel like the shield should give through, but it holds, and you kind of like go to make an attack, or you get low on the creature, and as you kind of bring the shield down for a second to look and see where the creature was, its fist comes up over the top and kind of catches you on the top of the shield and face. And then that'll be its turn. KB.
All right. I'm gonna, even though Patience just gave me a very light scolding, I'm gonna keep hitting this thing because it's obviously sees at least some of us. So
yeah,
I'm
well, now
gonna.
it fucking knows.
Well, the guy popped up. I mean, our position was blown, dude. I'm gonna crossbow him, 27 to hit.
I believe that hits.
I'm gonna really fuck this dude. I'm gonna let me me find it. I had it up a second ago. I'm also going to. How many? 1 to 10. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to add up all these dice. And D8 and 4. Okay. He's gonna get hit 13 damage from that.
13.
8 of that is psychic, if that matters.
Okay.
Then I am going to have him do a dexterity save.
Dexterity.
He's a big boy. He's probably good and slow.
Unless you roll high. That was 18.
18 will save. Okay. So he will see almost like a lightning bolt come from down in the sky around him, but it will miss him.
Okay.
And then after I do that, I will just make my way sort of. Oops, that's not what I want. Sort of around this rock. I'll just take some move. Yeah, plenty. I'll just take some movement to come up to this end of it and hunker down there. And that will be it for me.
Okay. Evelyn. First turn.
So, what? We're fighting this elemental, correct? And this guy that's way over there?
Yeah, we're
Yep.
using the rocks for cover.
So the only thing that's really in range is this elemental?
Yeah, and this person that's real far away has a really long range attack that does quite a bit of damage. So we're just trying to stay
How far away is he?
probably 350 feet,
Too far.
roughly.
I don't even know if this works or not against this. Moonbeam. Wait, is anybody down?
No, I think Axel's probably the most injured.
How?
But I
Super
don't.
bloody injured? Does he look like very ill?
I would doubt it. I'm not
You'd
sure
probably
exactly.
have to answer that if he looks
Yeah.
how he looks.
Yeah, I have the most health here. I am doing just fine.
Um,
Don't worry about me.
then I have to be able to see to cast it, though, I think. It actually doesn't say that I see, it just says within range. Can I moonbeam where it is?
The elemental?
Yes.
Moonbeam doesn't say that you have to see them.
It says
Oh, would she see
a
him over the
point
rocks?
within range.
Yeah, but you have to be able to see that point, right?
I don't know,
you
because
do not.
normally it says you
Not
have
unless
to
it
see.
says you do.
Yeah,
Just
that's what I'm like.
point
That's what
Most
I'm trying
spells
to get.
say like a point you
Uh,
see within range. It doesn't actually say a point
When
you
a
see.
creature enters, it takes. Yeah, I would say you can.
Then I want to moonbeam where he's standing.
Do it up. I wonder if there's a. can't do like continuous. Can you guys see that? You guys
Yeah,
able
looks
to
cool.
see that? Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Yeah. So roll for damage or whatever it does. Moonbeam.
I don't know because technically it says when it starts its turn.
Okay, so
When a creature enters for the first time on a turn or starts
yep,
its
or
turn.
starts its turn. So sounds good. We will wait on that one then. Is that your turn?
I would wild shape, but I honestly don't know that there's a wild shape that's going to be useful right now. So I think that's where we'll leave it for now. While I think about this. Worst case, I can do it as a bonus action on my next turn, so.
All done? Evelyn?
What?
Turn over?
Turn over? Is there a button?
Nope, it's good. I was just wondering if you had gotten your turn done.
Yeah, no, like
Okay.
I would wild shape if I knew what to wild shape into, but I don't right now, so I'm gonna have
Sure.
to look at it.
Axel.
Yep. I'm gonna spend 5 feet to move here, so Earth Elemental can get an attack of op if he wants.
He's going to take that.
He is? That's such a bish move.
I mean, he's a bish. 21.
That hits.
And then... uh, 17 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
As you're running away, you just feel like this kind of thud on the back of your shoulder.
Okay. Right, I don't have a hand free, so I'm gonna use my free item interaction to sheath Asakana because I had it drawn from last session. And then I'm going to spend a bonus action to deploy my shield board.
Okay.
And that brings my movement speed up to 180.
Jesus.
And I'm going to use my action to dash. So with my remaining movement, I can make it 375 feet to right where I measured. So I'm going to do that.
That is pretty far. I don't know what's over there. I'm like trying to measure the hypotenuse of this little triangle we've made here.
Right about there. Let's clear that away. There we go. So I guess what everyone would see is Axel's original shield, the one he had from when you first met him. It's this oblong shape, but it's flat on one end and pointed on the other. Sort of looks like a surfboard, and it's wrapped in this sort of scaly texture that is also glossy with a metal band around it. And so he, with one arm, he sort of spins it out onto the almost like deploying a skateboard. He deploys it out onto the ground and starts surfing on it, and he goes fast. And yeah, he makes it all the way over here. That'll be my turn for now.
That's red.
That's what?
I said that's rad.
Oh. Damn it, I can't see. Can't see the freaking footage. I guess the only thing that's bugging me right now is I can't see the frickin' footage.
Oh yeah, it's hard to measure. For sure. Here, where are you measuring to?
Hold on, I got it.
I think if
And
somebody
you can
else.
measure by zooming out, and then once you've measured out the full distance, you zoom in on that spot and then let it go, and then it'll unblur, and so you can read what it said.
Okay, so
That didn't work for me. Mine just stays blurry. I don't
Same
know
here.
why.
yeah, I had to do it. I had to scroll, but as Axel all of a sudden straps his shield to himself, he takes the other board out and takes off at a run, and as he does, he starts to kind of kick off of the sand, and this shield that he pulls out kind of has like a gleam to it, like I don't know, like the curvature and the gleam, and he just begins to like take off on the sand, like just skate, because this is what I'm thinking of, right? It's like the shield wall, like it allows you to basically like skate on the sand, correct?
Surf on it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm thinking. So like
And
he
and
takes off.
I know you've seen this. He deploys it like Killua with his skateboard.
Yeah. So he like kicks off and then just immediately both arms out, and like in him with one good solid kick, Axel just is like takes off, and this like shield board item that he jumps on just kind of like easily rolls atop the sand. Is that your turn?
Yep.
And actually, that's where we'll call it for the night. As he kicks off into the sand, leaving the rest of you guys behind, Axel darts off, riding. There's not much for dunes, but the little bit of sand that's there in between the rocky crevice, Axel just glides off in the opposite direction as fast as he can go. As you guys kind of watch him take off. And that's where we'll end the night.
Alright, everybody. Thanks for hanging out for stream. We will see you next week, Wednesday, around 8:30 Central. Have a great weekend, and until then, be safe, be kind, and we'll see you next time.
Deuce.
Bye-bye!